Hello everyone, welcome to the Theme Workshop. How's it going this Friday? This is the workshop, if you haven't been here before, where you can watch as we ask your LaunchBox and Big Box related theme related questions. Hope everybody's doing well this Friday. Hey everybody in the chat, Harry, Alil, Mohammed, Shadow Gaming, hope you're doing well this Friday. It's been a big week. We did our 12.5 release where we did playtime tracking and GOG achievements as the main features, and did a whole slew of improvements and fixes in that version. Hope everybody's having a good December and you have good plans this coming holiday season. But today, let's jump to it. The best part of the week, where I can dive straight into themes and maybe create something for you guys, teach something hopefully. And what I wanted to do today was, there was an interesting question that I was reading, and the question was like, how do I take a theme and just convert it to my vertical monitor? And of course, knowing Big Box, you can take some themes and you can kind of convert them, but they're not really made for a vertical monitor. So I thought, let's go through that experiment. Let me take one of my themes and we'll see what it takes to make it seem like a vertical version of that. And Mohammed, hi to your boss. Okay, well, I'll let him know you said that. And let's open up the community theme creator. I believe recently on a stream, I had ported over that CoinOP theme, this one here. I thought this would be a pretty good theme to convert to a vertical style. So that's going to be the goal for me today. And we're going to start right here in the community theme creator. And like always, if you do have any questions about theme related, I will stop what I'm doing and do my very best to help you out. And sorry if it takes me a while to see your message. Sometimes I get deep into this theme work. All right, so first thing that you'd want to do is I've had already converted this theme to the community theme creator, so you can see down here all of the different views that I added here. My text filters view, my text games view. I believe that I improved the marquee logic, so there would always be a marquee no matter what. You could either create your own custom marquees and it would read those, or it will fall back nicely to a point where there would at least be something showing there. I think there was 2 or 3 different things that could be shown. Let's see what else. So, oops. There was a number of different views. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5 different views. I believe it's 2 platform views, 2 game views, and the system menu. So there's the generic platform or games view right here. And I think this will be a good experiment. So first thing we want to do is up here, you can see we're CoinOP right here. We want to duplicate this theme. And I'll just add the word vertical to the end. So now we're not going to mess up anything in the original theme. And we can just kind of go crazy. All right, up here, all we have to do is change the aspect ratio, right? So we'll just switch it to a 9:16. And there's my theme. Yeah, doesn't quite look right, does it? But that's the goal for today. Let's see if we can make this feel like a real theme that people can use if they have a vertical monitor. So let's go to the wheels view. We'll start here and see what it takes And Harry, you made a couple vertical startup videos. Yeah, I think you made one for one of my old themes, which was awesome. The aspect ratio, I mean, look how it looks so tall, doesn't it? Look, the wheel is going to be so tiny here. The this is just floating in the middle for some reason. Very, very strange. All right, I mean, I can already see we've got a number of things that we're going to have to accomplish here. But let's see what we have to do. Well, let's see how easy it will be. So, first thing that we notice, we obviously have a problem with the cabinet image. It's way up here at the top, more than likely because I had it vertically aligned to the top, so I can fix that by vertically aligning it to the bottom. Probably want to stretch it out a bit, cover more of the screen. Something like that. It's not too bad. So just remember, if you're watching and you ask somebody to like, what does it take? Can you just make it work with my vertical screen? I mean, the answer is yes, they can, but this is sort of what they'd have to go through, the exercise, to make it work. Let's get that video in there. The video is currently this here. Okay, and then behind the video was an animated GIF here. We'll also, I mean, I can just match the size, so I'll just copy and paste layout. Actually, that's not going to work on this, which is okay. Let's grab that and bring it over here. So far, so good. So how you guys doing? How you doing, Harry? You seem really excited. I guess Harry here reached out to Phil, the guy that does or that creates retro. What's it called? Retrorama. Got permission to port that theme over, or the new version of the theme over. I'll be helping out with the coding of it. It looks fantastic. And Mohammed, thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. And I hope you have a good weekend. Alright, so far so good. We've got the cabinet there. Let's do the marquee. What would it take to get all of this different marquee work that we have here? Let's see, we've got cabinet image, marquee image, the fallback grid, and then a default marquee image. Okay, so we can take care of that here. There's the fallback image. Here's the one if you don't have anything. However, it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a problem here. We'll stretch the fan art. We'll get the clear logo. Make sure the clear logo is in a good spot here. That's pretty good. Yeah, right? Retrorama. It's definitely a really nice looking theme. Okay, we've got this character. I think I'm going to have to eliminate it from this version of the theme. That's okay. We got the wheel kind of stretched out here. I'm almost thinking for the wheel, we'll just stick it on top. Maybe something like this. Let's see. All right, so the final marquee image. Okay, so far so good. We've got this right here, and I guess that's okay down here. Probably won't look the best. Let me stretch it out as far as we possibly can. That's going to go to 0. And how wide will this be? This will probably be and Austin, welcome in. You're very, very welcome. Hope you're doing well today. And Dim Forest, welcome in. Happy Friday. We are going through the exercise of seeing what it would take to convert any theme created in the community theme creator to a vertical resolution or aspect ratio. That's basically as big as we're going to get there. Okay, so far so good. We don't actually have to see the game wheel index. We can just hide it. We know that it's there. And now I've got 2 more elements. One thing that we're going to have to decide. The background image is now stretched pretty well. And there's a number of ways that you can solve that, depending on what you're really wanting to do. If the image is good enough, I mean, it's blurred here, so we might be okay to just keep the aspect ratio of it. So set the stretch to uniform and then move it to the center or wherever we really want it, to be honest. Let's see what looks good. Ooh, maybe too bright. We'll just move it right here in the middle. Looks less stretched anyway. All right. So we're good with that. And I'm just going to lock that element in place. We don't have to touch that. I also have these joysticks. I think these are going to be the headache right here. So what I actually did with these joysticks off camera was made it so, at least with this one anyway, we made it so they're separate from the cabinet so that these reflections that I haven't edited yet will not shine on them, first off. And the second one, I added some animation to these. So then you'll see here, something I'm not sure I've shown off before. And Austin, am I building this for a cab for my own? Not for my own cab. I'm hoping that people will find it useful. I don't have a vertical cab. That would be really awesome if I did, but sadly, I do not. But hopefully this is sort of like gives people an idea of how you could take any existing theme and convert it to a vertical style yourself using the community theme creator. As long as the theme was created in the community theme creator, you can essentially just follow not necessarily these steps, but this sort of use this as a loose guide. And Harry, you really do need to learn how to use the theme creator for sure. I mean, you're here, you're watching the video, that's a good start. Have you ever downloaded it? You must have used it at some point, Harry. And then it's just about getting used to all these tools, all of these elements, and how they. It is a very advanced tool, like Photoshop. Let's say you can use as much or as little of it as possible as you want, and as you go, you just keep learning more and more tools. to your arsenal and eventually... See, Dave keeps tabs on you, Harry. He's like, let me just look in my catalog here. You have created one theme and published it. I'm going to make sure that this is aligned to the center slightly. Anyway, I was about to show off this little guy here. So this is a joystick, and I animated it. And Dave here a while ago created this really cool tool. You can see this virtual gamepad. It's not just for looks. If you double click it, it comes out, and now it's going to represent button clicks if you're using these navigation bindings. So I added a navigation up and a navigation down binding, and so if I click up, you can see that this little guy is going to just sort of flick itself left and right as I click. Look at that little flick, and then down it'll flick that way. You know, just a little bit of fun. Anyway, so that's what these navigations bindings do, and I accomplished that by setting a navigation up. I set a rotation, a very quick rotation where we just rotate -5 and then back to 0. And then I put the point of origin at the bottom because the stick, it starts the point of origin down here and then rotates the rest. That's how I accomplished that. But now that I'm messing with this, I'm really going to have to position this a little better. I also have to make it a little smaller. I'm just going to have to guess here. Maybe something like that. Let's see what I got. I got a height of 93. I'll apply that to the blue one. Oops. 93. And I'm going to have to bring this guy up. Let's lock to canvas this. Locking to canvas. There we go. That to the middle, 93. Make this a little bigger. There we go. Now I'm just going to hopefully bring this down, slightly move it a little bit to match. This would be a nice time to be able to zoom in, but I should be able to do this so at least it looks like it's connected. Okay. Let me just go really close to my screen and see if I did it. Not quite. I'll bring that down a little bit more. Okay, we're almost there. All right, I think we're there, and I just gotta push this over a little bit. I think we did good. Wait, Windows and Shift and S? What do those buttons do? Oh, we do have a couple more elements here. Here's the bottom reflection. I'll put it back here. We'll stretch it out. Looking okay. So the bottom reflection should have a blur. Yeah, it's got that blur. And then I had a top reflection here doing the same sort of thing. So we'll bring that down here, and I believe we only had it reflecting very small amount right here. Now let's take a look at what that reflection looks like. I'll have to unlock canvas for this. There we go. So it just slightly reflects on the top there. I think I'm going to move it just slightly. Make it larger than what we have. Okay, now I might blur that a little bit more. And turn it down a bit. So we got our reflection back up top. We've got the reflection back below. And I could probably sit here and mess with these reflections all day. But so far so good. I think we're doing a good job. Now we've got these that are just sort of sitting here, not really doing the best job. Where do I have this stuff? I've got this stuff up here. All inside of this stack. And so I was thinking of leaving it up at the top, but I'll probably bring it down. And I've got a few different options. But let me try to keep it at the bottom. So we got a frame, a stack. So the frame itself could be centered. The stack, if we center that, it'll go like so. Probably want to turn down the font size. So let me just go here and bring it down to like 40 to both of them and see what that looks like. And so far, so good. And Harry, or Dave, you're saying, am I going to add badges? Yes, I'm going to attempt to add a few badges and so show you guys how you can do that. As well as we're going to add it's not terrible, but I might want to bring that down a little bit more. We'll add two things here. How loud is that music? Hopefully it's not too loud. Let's bring it down. It is supposed to just be in the background, some sort of retro lo-fi music. One that won't flag anything. Okay, I think we're okay here. It will get larger, and then I think it's small enough that it won't take two lines or require any different changing. I mean, I don't know what the song is, but some sort of remix of either like a Nintendo game or something like that. yeah, you take what you can get when it deals with music and YouTube. Yeah, Edward, you heard some Mario World? Yeah, it cycles through some retro style remixes of games from the past. Okay, so we're basically done. If I could call it a day right now for this particular view, but there's a couple things that were added and that Dave was kind enough to add to the community theme creator in an upcoming version of 2.3, and I want to show off what they were. The first one was he added the ability to put badges into the community theme creator. So for Big Box, you could already do it with code, but now he's made some really cool, a new badge element and some features surrounding it to help out with conditioning it and stuff like that. And I wanted to show off what we could do, what you can do with this feature. So let's start there. So we'll create a new group. We'll call it we'll create a badge element. We'll call this I guess not the badges group, but more in our icons. We'll call it badges and playtime. So we've got badge number 1, and it's just an element that has nothing in it right now. And let's take a look at what this element can do for us. We go down to media, there's a badge drop down, and here's all of the badges that LaunchBox supports. We have icons that come with it already, or you can change them out. Any user can do this. We have badge support. If you went into your folder, let's say images, badges folder, you'll see all of the badges. I've replaced the default ones out in this build with the ones that you can find on the forums, like these white versions. Neil, how you doing? And we'll show you the benefit of why you might want badges being added to a big box theme. So, and I'm going to specifically stick with, let's say, the joystick controller types. So in this case, if I added all of these badges while you're navigating your games, the game or Big Box will tell you what controller the game supports. This is particularly good for arcade games. You know, when an arcade game requires a trackball or a paddle or stuff like that, or it's joystick friendly or whatever. But every system supports this sort of thing. So here you can see I go to joystick and you can see that the joystick badge just pops up. I can give it some sort of size. It's 50. Let's go down to 30. 30. Actually, I'll just do height and I'll just auto size the width. And we'll just see. Maybe I can like fit it into this section right here. Okay. I mean, kind of fits. Kind of fits to make it useful. So we've got the first badge, joystick. That's the joystick one. And I can create a dock. And I can center that dock and put that dock right here where I want this to be. Dock itself, I do want it to be a height of 30, which is what I've got the badge. And then I'll just sort of stretch it out. Make sure it's nice and straight. Now I can just dump the joystick badge, joystick support in there. Maybe I'll put a margin of 5 on either side. Now I can just copy and paste this joystick support and do the next one, which is keyboard. If it's got keyboard support, we'll call it keyboard support. Ooh, that's a big margin. There we go. So at this point, I can just paste a ton of them right here. Fix the margins. Five there. 5 there. Okay, so far so good. Let's see, this one could be light gun support, so I'll tell you if a game has light gun support. The next one down here, what else we got? Motion support, mouse support, so let's do one for mouse. Next one after that could be, let's see, paddle support. What else we got? Make a couple more here. Sure we're missing something. Portable rhythm support, Steam trackball support. So here's trackball. And how about the wheel? So I'll tell you if it needs wheel support. If it has wheel support. And we'll fix the margins one last time. On these new ones. Okay, so there's all of the badges, and they will display if you have like one of the games. Let's take an example. Let's just go through, we save it out, take a look. Well, this game, AB Cop, actually supports the wheel. Let's go to another game. The AD 2083 also supports supports the joystick. Another game that uses a wheel, of all things, which is interesting. So, I mean, it gives you an idea of what to expect. And that's the benefit of these badges. But what you'll notice is that the badges are not actually centered. They keep changing position. Sometimes I'm sure that you'll have more than one badge being displayed here if it supports more than one kind of input. So we can solve that. We can solve that with visibility conditions. So let's go back in. And what we're essentially going to do is say, it's visibility condition. We're going to say add, make this collapsed. Okay, let's do this the other way. Let's collapse it and say only make it visible if joystick, if itself, joystick support as badge is yes. And at this point, I could copy these guys. I don't think I can copy that one. And we'll go and apply it to all of these. This one's keyboard. collapse, make visible if light gun has a badge. And what this will essentially do is it'll collapse all of the items, only displaying the ones that are available, and then it will center those. So no matter what, you'll always have a centered amount of badges, no matter how many are displayed. Almost through this. Paddle support. Trackball support. Right, I'm just selecting itself, saying if it has a badge, make it visible. I can also do it here, say collapse it here. This one's the wheel support. As badge is yes. And I think we're good. We're good with that item. The last one that we can add, and now I'm gonna have to find a spot for it, really. I can just kind of stick it on top there. Let's do that. We'll create a new dock. Stick it sort of here on top. And there's a few different ones that we can look at. So there's the new playtime tracking feature. Basically allows it so when you play a game, it'll track your time. It will also pull down any Steam games that you have and will pull all of the time that you spent in any of your Steam games. And we can read that data in Big Box as a theme developer with these different bindings. There should be, was it two bindings? Let's go to metadata and let's find out. Metadata. Here it is. Playtime in hours, minutes, and seconds, and playtime only in hours. And Mad Max, you just got your big box license. Well, welcome to the club. You're busy trying to learn all of it. Yeah, it's I mean, you're at the beginning of your journey. LaunchBox is one of those tools that easy to start with, and then lots and lots of stuff to learn, right? There's so much in there depending on the different systems or platforms, games that you want to add to it. Dive into the theme related stuff, which is what we're doing here. So let's take a look at what each one looks like. Go to... Okay. So the playtime of this game is 0. Probably should switch to a game that I have game time so we can give an example. Probably one of the Windows games, although I'm not sure with this build. Let's find out. I do believe I played Evil Land a bunch. Okay, so I do believe this playtime one, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this is in seconds. So that first playtime one, playtime tracking. So this playtime metadata is in seconds. This one should break that up into hours, minutes, and seconds. So there you go. That's a very popular one. I like this one. And the last one, there you go. There you go. Straight from C-Beat's mouth. The first one is raw data in seconds, the second one is hours, minutes, and seconds, and the third one will display it in hours. There you go, 5.12 hours. So I don't mind this one. This one makes sense to me. But you can use any one that you want. Let's choose the same font if I can remember what it is. Let's take a look. I'm just realizing now I should probably center this stuff. There we go. And I think that's Frizz Quadrata. Okay, so we can choose that font here. Okay, and now we can bring that down to a reasonable size to fit in our tiny little space that we have reserved for it. Do want to center it out, which means I'm going to have to set a width manually. Just make it large, and we will center out the text so that's always centered in its space provided. We'll just sort of stick it in here. Maybe I'll fade it out so it doesn't look so like it's just sitting there. And I'll do the same with the dock containing all the badges. Last thing that I'll do, just to show you that you can do it. So these badges, you can use, like what it's doing by default is it's taking the LaunchBox badge, whatever the user has. But what if you, as a theme developer, if you wanted to control what these badges look like, well, you can. All you have to do is click here, and it's going to show you any folder and look into that, inside that folder for the item with the same name. So I'm going to click this browse button, and I'm also, if I don't remember if I had it open, here it is. I'm going to move this badge folder. Let's say I wanted these white badges to always display in anybody's theme, no matter whether they're using these ones or not. I would click badges and tell it to use the correct badge, in this case the joystick support. And by doing this, I am guaranteeing my theme is going to look the same on everyone's computer. So it's one of the features that you have the ability to have. So let's go through and just make sure we're setting all the correct ones here. And Harry, you bet if you check the playtime in the adult game section, it would tell us a whole lot about your extracurricular activities. Well, thank you, Harry, for bringing that up. And Mad Max, just what you need. You're also trying to set up virtual pinball? Oh, yeah. Seabeat's all about the pinball. But yeah, hopefully we have a lot of videos that I've done this year just talking about the different types of themes that you create. Went through a whole bunch. All of the contents that I've streamed about is available on the forums, and there should be links on any of the videos to them. You can download them, load them up into the community theme creator, give you a good start, and then create your own personalized theme. And random question, do you happen to know where you can get Neo Kobe Emulator Pack Lite? I don't think I've ever heard of that. And unfortunately, I don't think anybody here would help with emulator packs in this forum. You're just sort of in the wrong spot for that. This one's the paddle. 2 more. Badges, trackball, and wheel. There you go. You know, as a theme creator, you want to have control over what people are seeing, and this guarantees that they will see these badges, not another one that they might have installed. All right. I mean, there we go. We've essentially converted one view. Now, what would it take to convert the next one? So I would just copy this default view, the whole contents, and I'm going to move over to my text games view, my text version. And let's just paste. See what it looks like. There we go. That's what it looks like. Mostly, it looks okay. I do want to have some sort of buffer here, and I am going to make it look a little better for this type of screen. So we're going to, I don't know, 25. What does that look like? Not too bad. Switch back to our font that we're using for this theme. And a good idea would be to center this. We also want to switch back to preset 8. And what I'm going to do, because it looks like I might have lost it, is jump over to this theme, or this view. We're going to grab the wheel properties. So I'll copy that. And we're going to paste it in here and see how it does. All right, what kind of properties can we paste? We can paste foreground. We can paste effect. I don't think I have any effects on there. The text, which we definitely want. We want the selected item and the search index. All right, so where did our wheel go? Let's find out. Lock to canvas. There it is. All right. Let's center this guy up. We definitely want to say we want the list to align to the center. And let's get this a little bit smaller here. There we go. I want to lose too much space here, but I'll cut it a little bit to give a little buffer. Not too bad. Okay, so we've got at least a text list going and it looks okay. And we'll save that out. And you know what? We'll do one platform view. Let's do the wheel one. So for the platform view, I should be able to copy and paste everything. Let me just double check what I had here. I had a total games count that I'm going to lose, and I have looks like probably the publisher or something. Yeah, so I'm going to lose that stuff, but I should be able to just add it back. So we'll make a copy of the wheel games view and we'll paste it right here. Okay, so there might be a few things that are not really useful for this scenario, like badges wouldn't be brought over, and it looks like it correctly was not brought over, which is great. Saves us that time. Ooh, but I might want this dock. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this playtime tracking to give me the time, the total games count, since I'm on a platform view. So this one's total games metadata. And this one's just going to be the words total games. Now for this one, I'm going to make sure that I'm auto-sizing all of the text. This one down here is going to change to a constant value of me just saying space total games. Now we're going to center everything out, move it to the spot that we need it, maybe right here. A little bit more. And we should be good to go. Let's save that out, and at least for what we have. Oh, why is that way over there now? Yeah, let's center it back up. No. Much better. We do have a problem with the clear logos, but it might not be a problem. It might just be my set doesn't have one. Just double check. Oh. There we go. And we'll just make sure that we're actually capturing the image types. So this one should be marquee, I believe. No, it should be banner. There we go. Clear logo, fan art, still fan art, so we're good there. The default one's still good, and everything else looks good. All right. So I think we're good enough to test it out, see what it looks like in the actual big box. We can see the wheels. If the wheels are not something that we like, we can always adjust those settings. So publishing it out, let's open up Big Box and switch over to that theme. And because I forced the aspect ratio to be 9:16, actually, I don't think that there is a way to do that. Is there, Dave? Let's find out. I might not be able to actually run it. Let's find out. Hey, Mr. Retrolust, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Okay, so we're gonna switch over to this new CoinOP vertical cab. I have not adjusted this one. Yeah, my Windows resolution will have to be changed. Let's just see what it would look like. Yeah, it's gonna look like that. Okay, well, at least no errors. I wonder if I change my vertical resolution in the middle of a stream. Let's find out what's gonna happen here. So you can always do that by going in here. This might be a terrible idea. This might be a terrible idea. Nah. In fact, I don't even think that I have that particular resolution. I would have to create a custom one or convert my thing to portrait, which also would be a terrible idea. Let's just see what will happen. Everything's going to be sideways for everybody. Or just not show anything, really. We broke OBS when we did that. Yeah, so we'll just have to believe that we're good. If you have a landscape, I will test it when I don't break the whole theme. In the meantime, then we could just go here and do this conversion here. Yeah, it doesn't like a change of resolution, OBS, unfortunately. Okay, so there we go. I've got one item that I can just update. Go here. And we're going to grab the total games doc. Yeah, that would be pretty terrible to stream in vertical resolution. I mean, this is still, I don't know, pushing it a little bit, but man, we really need some more vertical themes for all of the people with those types of resolutions. So we're going to go into text filters view. And if I had a portrait mode set up, I'd be creating as many different themes as possible in this type of view. Okay, so we're basically going to be replacing what we have here. Let's paste the layout, see what happens. Okay, that worked out pretty well. Not the best, but pretty well. There we go. Then we can get rid of those extra docs that aren't doing anything. And we're 4 out of 5 views done. Last view. So we're going to take this one here. I'm going to double check exactly what I did. I'm pretty sure, yeah, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. So we're going to paste the whole text filters view over here. And we're just going to eliminate the elements that don't make any sense to be here. That makes sense. None of this stuff makes sense. So we'll delete that. What else we got? We've got these guys don't make any sense, so we'll delete this one. The cabinet's good. Marquee image doesn't make sense, so we'll delete that one. We'll delete this one, and we're left with the arcade classics, which is fine. What else we got? License, which we do want to move to the bottom, so let me just move that to the bottom center. That's fine. There's not really much we can do with it, and it does have to be visible. Background image, pasted fine, and then we don't need this total stuff here. There we go. We got a system menu going. This would be a really good reason to get an options view as well. Hint, hint, Dave. I don't know. Yeah, because that would be cool to be able to support that for the vertical screen users. But for now, I mean, this is pretty good. We've already created we already converted all 5 views, and we can essentially just publish this out, post it on the forums, and people can take advantage of another vertical style view if they want. And Mr. Retroless, you're saying the vertical main bezels do look amazing. Turning my screen around screen is not for you, but you understand the appeal. Yeah, that is kind of cool. Those bezels. Yeah. Not before. Don't let him take his eye off the ball. Is that what you're saying, Neil? Focus on the new wheels, which I mean is amazing. And CBC are saying, except there's only like 200 vertical bezels made out of 2,400 games. That is kind of sad, but if only there was a tool where you could create your own bezels, that could fill in a lot of the gaps. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But for now, I think I will publish this out, fix up whatever I need to fix up after I'm able to switch my monitors over. I think my monitor should rotate, so I should be able to do it properly off camera and then post this up for you guys. Hopefully you've learned something. We did a complete conversion of a theme to vertical and played around with the new playtime tracker bindings and the badge bindings, and we did that pretty quickly, so not too shabby if I don't say so myself. Hopefully everybody have a great weekend, and yeah, thanks for joining. If you do have any questions about theme related stuff, just make a comment below any of these videos that I've created. I will see it and provide an answer either in the next stream or in something. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend and a good week next week. I will be off, but I will be posting a video for you guys for Friday that will hopefully explain how to do something else in the Community Theme Creator. Have a good weekend. Take care, everybody.